Yeah. How you doing, yeah?
We're on record.
Classic,
And
yeah.
I don't know, like I normally have my standard start to an interview and it's like new profile TV and this is and all that shit.
But we've been there before, right?
We've been there before, innit?
Yeah.
We've been there before.
You get me?
I got to be honest. I actually was like genuinely looking forward to coming down and seeing you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I genuinely I think we've been on a journey ourselves, like with yourself as well.
From the start, man. From the start. Yeah. It's been a long time.
And every time like something happens with, let's say, me or Leapfrog, I always see your head pop up somewhere. Do you know what I mean? Like, for example, even on the last show, and I saw you, and you, bro, I don't know if you realise that when I see your face there, it's like,
man, just come, man. Yeah. I support the same time, man.
It's nice to have that. So, like, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that means a lot to me. So I kind of wanted to say that. That does mean a lot to me.
Well, no, it's, for me personally, I support the people that support me, and vice versa. And it's just that thing of like, support each other. It helps the sport. It helps the sport grow. To cut a long story short.
I tell you what I find, right? How every time I come down here, I always discover something else, right? Something else. So like, the last time I came down here, it was me, you, and Jamie Petch.
Yeah,
and we were training and all that. And this time I come down here, and you got I think I interviewed more people today than I've done for a while.
Yeah, I think I got 14 fighters at the moment. Because last time it was obviously Jamie. Yeah. Like all gyms have got their top boy, top 1 or 2.
Yeah.
But I'm happy to say now I've got about 14 of them. I've got novices, I've got amateurs, I've got semi-pro. I've got levels, it's good.
I tell you what was nice for myself, like I was speaking to these guys, and they all describe you just like how I see you. And I don't mean this in a bad sense. I don't mean this in a bad sense, right? Because I think this is testament to you.
Yes.
Because they'll all turn around and they'll say, Paul, right? You need a coach like Paul because he tells you like it is.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm a bit too real sometimes.
There's no softy.
No.
He's going to tell you like it is.
Yes.
And you appreciate it because you always know where you stand with Paul.
I think as coaches, it's very important that we guide our students very well. And sometimes as coaches, you've got to be firm but fair. Because at the end of the day, I've fought myself. I know what it's like to go in the ring. I'm beating these guys in the ring, and I'm believing in them. But for me to beat them in the ring, I've also got to instill a certain amount of like, this is serious, guys. When we do interclubs, that's like glorified sparring. When we start moving up the ladder, novice fight, amateur fight, it gets serious. And you've really got to be critical but straight. And then you find the ones that I wouldn't say that are serious, because they're all serious. But you find the ones that have got that next little step up. Because, once I put you up here, I can't bring you back down again. And that is a problem that sometimes you can rush a fighter. And it's not good to rush them. That's why sometimes tough love is the best. Tell them straight.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
100%.
That's it.
I think the fighters, like across the board, all of them, and you had like, for example, Dan, who's quite experienced.
Yes.
And then you got ones that like just the second fight coming up.
Yeah.
And they all say the same thing, and they actually genuinely appreciate it.
Yeah.
I mean, they respect you as a coach for doing exactly that, for just telling them like it is.
Well, I think it's important, man, because it's very easy to have your fighters in a gym and keep them in your little bubble. And in a sense, keeping them bubble is like, you keep them, you support local shows, you support local events, that is really great. But then when you have to take them out of the wider pool of things, that's when sometimes you can find problems with the fighters. In the sense of like, if we're on our own back garden, we're all strong, we're all safe, but when we start maybe going to the Midlands or going somewhere else, you find out what people are like. So it's very important at the start, before we start this journey, I wouldn't say I'm critical, I'm just firm but fair. And I do say it as it is. You need to run more. You need to work on your technique more. Your boxing is really good, but your kicks are not good. I criticize it and I break you down, but at the same time, I rebuild you as well. I rebuild you up. And as you said yourself, they've all interviewed them, they all say the same thing. There's no hidden corners of PCT. And that's the thing with me, we don't cut corners here. And I try to give my students the best that I can, because I've been a fighter myself. I was trained by Paul Murat, who was trained by Bill Judd. So my lineage is from the Bloodline Gym and from KO, which obviously people know those gyms. It's quite highly respected gyms and trainers. And it's just the way I've been trained. It's just the ethos I've got behind me. But I've been told straight by my coach Paul, sort it out, bruv. That's not going to work. And sometimes when you're told, it's like, okay, right, I've got to put my socks up. So it's that chain reaction of when you become a coach yourself and then you start to train your guys, maybe the pitfalls where you went wrong, you don't want them to go wrong. So you start paying attention to, obviously, the nutrition side of things, which we all do anyway, but actually getting a professional nutritionist. Yeah. And just little extra things that we done on our journeys as fighters that we didn't make mistakes in, but we could have improved ourselves. So obviously when we've got our next fighters coming through, I try to instill that. But, you know, it's no difference if you're in Bristol, if you're in London, or if you're in Bangkok. Gym's a gym, Thai boxing is Thai boxing, kickboxing is kickboxing. It's about the trainer, the ethos, and just their vibe really, which makes a gym, it makes a fighter. And if you can find the combination of those three things, you're on to a good thing. Yeah. You're on to a good thing. But, you know, they're fair and far between. Because some people like to come in and get a bit mollycoddled, a bit like, yeah, you're doing really well, yeah. But actually, it's awful. It's actually not good. And some people don't like the criticism. They like to be put up on a pedestal. But if I put you on a pedestal and then you go to a fight and you get broke up in a fight, you're going to be looking at me saying, well, coach, you put me into this. What have I got? Yeah. Am I not ready? And so it comes back on me. So I need to think to myself, before I boot you onto that N-class fight or that next internet club, are you ready for it? Is your fitness good? Is your technique good? Can you hold your own in the gym with the rest of the weight categories that are in your gym or in our gym? It's not a bad thing. It's just that, you know, I've got guys that are 67 kilos, 62, 65, 90. Be the best in your weight category within the gym. Then once you're there, that's when we start moving out further afield. We might go sparring with other gyms to improve you. But the main thing, it all gets done in this ring and on these mats. And if you can't do it here and here, you're not going to do it in the ring. And sometimes that's where the criticism has to come in. But it's not really criticism, it's more guidance. It's more guidance.
Yeah.
You know?
No, I hear that.
You know, and that's what I really try.
But that's your job, though.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's your job. Like, I know it's not criticism.
Yeah.
It's constructive feedback, shall we say.
Yes, it is. That's it.
Because you're not... Yes. You rather pull up your fighter for not landing the low kick the right way.
Yes.
Now, than them in a fight, trying to land the kick and fucking it all up. That's it. And then suddenly they get knocked out. Plus you want to do it now where you're in a safer environment, shall we say.
Yes. And also as well, in our sport, Muay Thai and kickboxing is judged on technique and scoring. If you've got an effective, like what you say, if the low kick is effective and you're turning the hip properly, you're aiming above the thigh and right in the quadricep muscle, perfect kick. But if you're not doing a low kick and you're not turning your hip properly, you're losing power there. That could be the difference between you losing and winning the fight. Because that little adjustment on that pivot on that kick could be the difference between smashing that guy's leg so you can't get that lead leg off. But if you're not kicking, you're just kicking a bit like that, he says, okay, I'm just going to walk through that. But if you train that technique, boom, boom. So when you get to it, it takes 3-4 kicks, the leg's gone. And you can see that straight away. But that is technique that is trained. But if you're in a gym where maybe you're not getting that attention to detail from the coach, like actually, I've got a cane across there. I do actually have a cane as well. You know, it's a bit like that, you know, as the boys know, but as you say, you know, our results speak for what they do. Yeah. And that's kind of what I'm trying to get out of them. No matter if you're a novice fighter, if you're an interclubber, if you're an elite pro, I will help you on whatever journey that you're getting on, basically.
You know when like a new gym gets out, there's always doubt over the coach of the gym and the survival of the gym and so on. But you're now over a decade. I was just, while you were talking there, I was looking behind your head, right? PCT established 2013, right? So we're what, 2024?
Well, uni,
Still here, still strong.
I made it through COVID.
You made it through COVID. Still young fighters coming in, hungry fighters, because those kids look like they're going to go somewhere, right? You can tell. You can see the hunger in their eyes and how they talk about the fight and all. Very intelligent in that sense. Do you feel like it's like a kind of what's the word, without saying a swear word, but it's kind of like bugger to everyone that doubted you?
Well, what I think what it is like, when I first come setting up the gym in Bristol, doing it was really good, you know. We had a lot of people from different gyms all coming to the gym and all supporting and all being part of it. And that was at the start of COVID. It's a very difficult time to start a gym, basically, at COVID, when everyone's getting locked down. But I managed to do it, and I've done outdoor training stuff. But I think what it is like, as the progression gets better for the gym, more fighters, more trainers, like, more things about, I don't know, man. I think when you're successful or you're doing good things, 3 things happen to you. the first thing is your friends and your supporters big you up and they support you. But then you get the other side of it, where you get some people that might be a bit resentful, a little bit jealous, a little bit green. Because they're like, well, why is he doing that and that's got like that and we're still here and we've been here for 5 years and he's just turned up and he's been here for 3.5. And you get a little bit of resentment and things like that. And I think, for me personally, I'm just really passionate. That's the first thing. I include everybody. No matter if you're good, if you're average, or if you're so-so. It's not like you walk through the door, if you can't kick, I'm just going to be okay, I'll be in the back. Everybody gets my attention. I know everybody's name. That's a really important thing, what I discovered. But also, I think it's this thing like, I'm very passionate. And it's like you said at the start of the interview, I tell it as it is. And some people like it, some people don't. But I think, as the growth of the gyms become better, we started doing interclubs. From the interclubs, we started to do small shows, small events in our local area, because I want to big up Bristol. Bristol's where I stay, it's my town, it's where I live, I want to put it on the map. So obviously doing a kickboxing Muay Thai show here makes a bit of a no-brainer to me. And yeah, I would say, it's been successful. But obviously when you get successful and you start to build things up, you do sometimes get a bit of pullback and a bit of resentment. And I think it could be just a mixture of I don't know. I think some people get a bit envious when you're doing something not better than them, but you've had the initiative to take the risk to do it, and maybe they've not. And I think when it's successful, you really, you fly high, but you also do have a lot of people with eyes on you, because they're kind of waiting for you to, pardon my French, F up. But sometimes, it's like you planning and just organization, but as well, I'm not scared to call people up on the phone and be like, do you want to fight my show? Yes, no, okay, no, cool, bye. Next one. There's hundreds of gyms and hundreds of fighters. Everybody wants to fight, but it's having a quality show. And I think with Warrior Heart, that's what I'm trying to bring to the Southwest. Because just going to previous shows, I've seen little things that I wasn't personally happy with. And I thought it was a bit like in-house and a bit like, that's why with me, the shows are quite transparent. There was one show that I done a few months ago where I had a decision that was overturned because the officials didn't make the right decision. I know the promoter might have just let that one go and been like, you know what, the judges have made a decision, we're not going to interfere with it. But I watched the fight back, and I've got to say the fight, I know who won the fight, it was player of the day, but that fight got watched and got overruled by a higher referee that wasn't there on the night. And it got awarded to the right fighter. Some of the promoters might not have even gone that far, being okay, yeah, it's a draw, we're going to leave it at that. I pushed it because I knew it was a wrong decision. And I knew as well, for the fighter in question, it could maybe ruin her career. It might, she might go home and be like, you know what, I won that fight, get a bit depressed, it could ruin her career. And the wrong person, so I got it overturned, which may have caused a bit of controversy within the industry, because some people don't really do those things. People just tend to, to draw. And from that, I got a bit of resentment back, a bit of feedback back. But again, with me, I don't really go on social media and keyboard warrior. I look to see who's saying things. I observe it, but I don't react to it, So I think in the sense of going back to, when you're successful, you're making moves. It's up and down. It's 50-50. But I remember the people that were with me at the start and the people that I've supported. And I'll bring anybody in, I'm not one to hold grudges. I will bring people in that maybe I've fallen out with in the past, because I want to grow the sport. And technically that should really be what it's about. It's about the sport. But obviously sometimes in our industry, we're all men or women, we've all got egos, we're all, but it needs to come back to grassroots. So that's why I'm doing the Warrior Heart thing. I'm working with local gyms from all over the Southwest and in London as well, and just trying to bring it all and here, and trying to give people a good quality show at high level Muay Thai and kickboxing as best I can do with the budget I've got and what's around me. And at the moment, we're on the 5th one. Stand your ground.
So let's talk about it. That's a wicked way of taking us to that conversation. This car looks sick.
Thank you.
And it does look like you kind of pushed the boat out a little bit.
Every time.
Tell us a little bit. Tell us exactly, 100%. Tell us a little bit about this fight card. Tell you what, pick out a couple of fights that really stand out for you that you think fight fans definitely 100% have to watch. I know it's going to be hard to just pick a couple, I want you to pick a
I'm
couple
going to give
fights.
you 3. I'm going to give you 1 pro, I'm going to give you 1 semi-pro, and give you 1 amateur novice. Because like you say, there's like 25 plus fights, and I'm still adding more. Pull exchange, all that kind of stuff. What to look out for? Oh, right. Celia Isabel and Natasha Cummins. That's a fight to look out for. That fight was organized by both parties. I tried to get together for like a little while. It was a bit of back and forth. But I cut them pretty short. Both of these female fighters are up and coming. They're not yet in the UK rankings. They're just outside of it, because I think it's only ranked to 1 to 8. So potentially this fight between these two is going to discover who is going to probably potentially walk into fighting the ranked number 8 within the UK in the Thai fight scene. So if you're into Thai rankings and the Thai fight scene, you kind of know what I'm talking about again. Natasha and Isabella, that's a fight. So Natasha and Celia, sorry, my bad. That is a fight to watch. Going into the novice card, again, yeah, there's a few, again.
It's hard, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm trying not to be like my guys. Like,
it sounds easy, innit? When you start thinking about it,
I'm trying to do like my guy.
You want to pick out half the fight card. That's how good the card is.
I've got one that's up and coming that's been with me for a couple of years now. Jared Richard. He's been with me for 2.5 years. He's one to watch for. He's up and coming. I believe in him, and you're gonna see things from this kid. He's got a good fight. It's got a tough fight for him, but
he's intelligent. I was chatting to him. Very intelligent fighter. He's got a head on him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Intelligent, like a sponge, polite, turns up, doesn't moan. The kind of ones you want to be having, really. And he's like a sponge, and I've got him for another 4 years because he's at uni here. And the big one, well, that's again, the main card's a bit crazy because like the 4-man tournament. That one's a crazy one because with that one, I've only ever done 4 Warrior Heart tournament belts. I'm not going to be doing any more. And these are actually belts to fight for. There's only 4 in existence. Naomi Riley's got one from Bad Company, McKenna Wade's got one from Millennium Gym, and Marcus Garvey from Bloodland Gym owns one. I've only got 1 more left, and it's a heavyweight one. And virtually, the next belts I'm doing, they're not going to be like that. So virtually, once you get this one, you get it. But the heavyweight tournament is like, these guys are coming in at 110, like 115. It's open weight because they're heavyweights. So pretty big. But we've got Joey Trainer from Northside Gym. We've got Thomas, got Oliver Basil. Who's the next one? We've got John McGee from Valhalla, 6-foot giant. All these guys are good. And they're all at the top of their things. If you look at it, Joey's ranked number 1 in the amateur division, now moving in semi-pro. Oliver Basil's number 5. I think John's not in the rankings yet, but he's floating it. Basically, all the guys are around the rankings, or they're in that area, and they're all big guys. So I'm really excited for that because it's heavyweights, they're big guys. Only takes 1 shot, and yeah, it's bombs away. And there's one more fight too. I've got to say it. Sorry.
Go on, say it. Yes, say it.
Rita Garvell and Hannah Bradley. I'm just going to leave it at that. These 2 women, same age, similar records, both at the top of their game. And they both like to slice and dice.
Oh, yeah.
So, oh yeah. So that one there. But apart from that, I don't want to really name any more because, I'm excited about those ones. I'm excited about the whole card, in fact. Because,
that's why the card's quite good, isn't it?
Yeah, it's...
You're like a big kid, isn't it, really? That's it, isn't it? You're like a big kid,
Yeah,
I want this one, I want that fight.
That's it.
I can hear it in your voice.
Yeah, no, it's like... It's kind of thing with the fight and what I'm doing is like, I only do Warrior Heart 1 show a year. Next year I might do 2. But I'm doing the 1 show a year thing because I'm trying to build a brand, have good fights on it, not just churn out fights for the sake of churning out fights. But I'm paying very close detail to the internet and to the socials. I'm looking at who's active, who's fighting, what gyms are doing what. And if you look at my fight card, it can correlate to what's going on within the Muay Thai scene. All the fighters are pretty active. The gyms are pretty active. It's not like there's random gyms that don't really fight, but everybody's doing numbers and doing things. And yeah, the cards is, you know, it's attention to detail. That's one thing about me. I really make a real point of like making sure I match the right fights. I deep dive all the fighters, whether you're a novice fighter or you're elite pro. I'll go on your Instagram, your Facebook, your Twitter. I'll find out everything that I can about you, in regards to your record, your skill level. So when I'm doing these matches, I'll be like, okay, right, Joe Blogs. It's a perfect match. No one can be saying like, oh, I've got mismatch with him, or, you know, I really do pay attention to detail because it's important, I think. Fighters' careers and the development, the right fights done, right weights, right everything, and just that balance, you know, that balance, because a fighter's career can get made or break in one night. You know, some guys can do it, have wicked fights. Some guys might have a fight and they might not do it anymore. So we've really got to make sure it's balanced as much as we can. It's not, And that's one thing about Warrior Heart. I say it again, quality over quantity.
Nice. Yeah, nice. No, it's 100%.
Yeah.
Because I remember you telling us about this show right at the start of the bloody year.
Yeah.
So it's like January, February time.
Time goes quick, man.
Tell us about it.
Go quick.
But my point, the reason why I'm saying that is it shows how you're thinking about it.
Yes.
You're thinking about that show from January, February. It's not like come like September, now you're saying, oh, let me book a date and let me book this. You're actually thinking and planning and trying to work out fights and all this kind of stuff.
One thing about me and Mia is when I plan something, I plan it properly. And like, I don't know if my star sign, I'm a Libra, that balance, but I'm attention to detail. And I really think about when things are going on. It's like what you say, we spoke about the start of January. I'm already planning it in my head 6 months before we even booked the venue, but I know how I kind of want it to kind of go. And for me, because I'm a small promoter, it's my own budget. I get a little bit of sponsorship, which is really appreciated, but that's why it takes me 6 months to do a show. To do a show one day, but 6 months of planning, paying for it, organizing it, getting the right fights, getting the right people involved in it. So we make it all one day, but just planning is perfect, basically. Planning really helps me because I think if you plan something enough, you can pull it off. And then you're not at a stage where you're just matching lots of fights and getting loads of pull-outs in the last week or 2 weeks before a fight, because I'm matching these fights months in advance. And also, some of the gyms that come to me are bringing 4, 5, 6 guys. So I'm getting a whole team of a gym that's coming. So when they're all on that same training vibe, the chances of getting pull-outs and people are a bit more slimmer because the whole gym's on that kind of like, they all want to turn up. And that's it. Just planning and organisation, really, to tell the truth. It's a big thing.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Looking forward to your show. Always look forward to your shows. Because I know there's so much passion behind it. There is so much passion about it. You are, and people don't understand, you are like a big bloody kid. Because I can see, I see it as well. I clock you in it when the fights are going on. You're getting a bit crazy over it.
If you get me when a fight is going on and record me, bro, it's crazy. Different person.
Definitely.
But it's passion, man. That's it,
100%.
That's it.
Just before we end this interview, drop a little message to fight fans out there. Just let them know what they can expect when Warrior Heart comes around.
So Warrior Heart is on the 16th of November. It's in Formula Centre. We've been there previously before. We have 25 plus fights. We've got a 4-man tournament. We've got an ISK Intercontinental Prestige Muay Thai fight. On top of that, we've got Warrior Heart area titles, my own belts for my own show. We've got 3 belts are being redefended. So we've got redefending, the champions are coming back. We've got the 4-man tournament. We've got a nice venue. We've got Leapfrog there. That's it.
Excellent. Paul, always a pleasure seeing you.
Thank you.
100%. I'll be back soon.
Yeah, man.
We'll see you at the show, though.
We'll see you at the show, of course, yeah.
Yeah, 100% going to see you at the show. Take it easy, man. And it's thank you. Thanks for this.
Thank you.